right, a very good morning to you, and thank you so much for joining us on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. Hope your weekend was good. Welcome. My name is Ginika Oluoha. Now, the essence of having leaders is for accountability and representation of the people where it matters most. The issue plaguing the people need to be addressed by the leaders who from time to time give account of their stewardship with the aim of relating their activities and programs to the people who they represent. Today on the platform, the member representing Ikwanomwaha Federal Constituency, Honorable Aguocha, will be my guest as we discuss issues of insecurity within Isukwato Munochi area, his plans for his constituent and other areas of interest which concerns his style of representation. Welcome once again. Like I told you, my name is Ginika Oluoha. Well, we may not be able to bring you the political update right now. Maybe in the course of the program, we'll bring you the political update. Let me introduce my guest. He is the House Committee Chairman, Monitoring and Evaluation of All Standing and Ad Hoc Committee, 10th National Assembly, and the member representing Ikwanomwaha Federal Constituency, Honorable Sir Aguocha. Good morning, Honorable. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Good morning, Ginika. I'm most pleased to be here. Good morning to your listeners.
All right. Welcome.
Thank you, sir.
Now, I think it's better we start with the issue of security.
Yeah, absolutely.
Security, yeah. That particular ad hoc committee set up by the House of Representatives, which you chair, to look into the security challenges in Umunochi and Isukwato.
And actually in its environs.
Okay. Okay.
So we expanded the scope a bit, not just to particularize Umunochi and Isukwato, because the geographical nature of Umunochi and Isukwato, is that there are cross-border issues.
Okay.
Just within Umunochi and Isukwato, there's Imo State, Ve Okigwe.
Yeah.
On the other side of it, that's Ogu.
Okay. That's
Enugu State, from Enugu access.
Yeah.
And then from Ebonyi access, you have Ishiago.
Exactly.
So if we're going to nip it in the bud, just in the Umunochi and Isukwato, then we also leave those areas that I talked about to be porous. So we want to take a holistic approach to it. Our investigations, recently with the service chiefs, and also this week, additionally with other service chiefs that were not present in the last Then we also leave those areas. So what would happen is that when we go back again, we are going to take, like I said, a holistic approach to security. It's not just one person's effort.
Okay.
It's going to be a collective effort by all. What I enjoy as of today is that all the relevant stakeholders in respect to security, all of them are on board right now. The Governors Forum have woken up to their responsibility.
Okay.
The National Assembly have also woken up to their responsibility. The paramilitary agencies have also, they're on board, waking up to their responsibilities. All of us coming together to seek common solution to the root causes of this issue. So what we're also asking is the citizens themselves, who are victims, but also enablers, also need to wake up to their responsibility, so that together, we're not just looking at the insecurity issues, but we're also looking at the economic issues that have led to some of these insecurities that are happening, and also the non-state actors. And the non-state actor, on Thursday evening, I met with our brother, Mazin Namdekalo, in detention at DSS.
Okay.
I've been meeting with him frequently, engaging with him, and I'm also happy that he also is on board in terms of talking about peace and stability of the Southeast. He is vehemently against the sit-at-home proclamations.
Oh, really?
Yes, absolutely. And what you now see is a lot of people engaged in a lot of criminality using his name.
Now, if he's actually against the sit-at-home, what was his position on this? What did he say? As in, since he knows that there's sit-at-home every Monday.
Yes.
So what did he say about
what he has said? And he will say more. And I've even encouraged him to say more on record, so that there will be no ambiguity.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have You rather than go for the message, you now go for the messenger. But from my impressions over the discussions that I've had with him, with his lawyers as well, is that he is vehemently opposed to the current sit-at-home proclamations by some elements who are taking undue advantage of his name, using his name. So he has said that he doesn't want that. He even gave me a message that Area Market or Chanja something Market, Kwanewi and a few others at the regional commercial banks should go back to operations. There's no gainsaying that the sit-at-home is detrimental to our economic survival. Just even one day, let alone 2 weeks sit-at-home, is of no benefit to all of us. And, the governors, I applaud Abia State Governor, I applaud Enugu State Governor, and the Imo State Governor, who are now being proactive to ensure that a return of normalcy is achieved in the Southeast. So, myself, as the chairman of the ad hoc committee looking into security and insecurity in the Southeast, especially for kidnapping, armed robbery, and banditry, I'm also lending my voice there to say that, the era of sit-at-home must and shall come to an end.
Well, now that ad hoc committee which you actually chaired, have you started work? And do you have plans of meeting with the natives? You talked about, the savage chiefs, everybody being on board. But do you have plans of meeting with the natives from that area? Because you may not achieve much if you do not carry these people.
No, of course, we know that. Our efforts are two-phased. One is to get holistic assessment of the security chiefs.
Okay.
To what is even their plans, their understanding of what is happening. What have they done to ensure that the Southeast, especially within those areas that are the flashpoints, are themselves safe? So we've started that process of engaging with the Nigerian military, the army, the civil defense. Sometime this week we will meet with Air Force, we will meet with Navy, we will meet with the Nigerian Police Force to ensure that we have a holistic approach to a solution to the security. Then we're also going to meet the respective state governors within that tripod area that I talked about: Imo, Ebonyi, Enugu. Abia is already a given because Isukwato and Umunochi is in Abia.
Yeah.
So we intend to meet with them. Then the second aspect of it is to go down to Umunochi, to Isukwato, to all those border communities there, and have engagements with the community leaders, the religious leaders, the Muslim, the Christian leaders, the local government chairman, the town union president, all of them to come together for us to better understand the situation there and to find solutions as well with them. Without carrying them along, we will not be successful. Absolutely. But we, as a government, are now engaged in this process. The other leg of it is that the citizens themselves must also be engaged. Because, kidnappers, don't they eat? Are they eating manna from heaven? They come out to the market and they eat. We know who the kidnappers are. We know all these people who are themselves in lives of criminality. So, but people are afraid to be able to collaborate with security agencies to give them necessary intelligence and information on how to apprehend some of these people. So I understand that. But once we begin to build trust and confidence between the people and the paramilitary agencies, then I believe that most of these things that we are ongoing by way of security and insecurity will come to an end.
Maybe I need to point this out. I don't know if you have it in mind to bring to the notice of the savages, maybe by the time you meet with them, the allegation of connivance with some security agents.
No.
That
is also, if I wish we could make public the video of our discussions, because most of the things that we talk to them were discussed in an executive session, meaning no price, nobody. It's just them telling us the truest assessment of things. I and many of my committee members asked them about that connivance. Because, you look at what happened in Okigwe recently.
Yeah.
There is no gainsaying. In every 12, there must be a Judas. And we pointed that out to them. That the involvement that we verily believe that the paramilitary themselves are also involved in these nefarious activities. And that they should inwardly look at themselves. Because, I mean, you cannot explain the majority of the activities, let's say within the Okigwe Lokmanta Axis, less than 1,000 meters or feet, you know, the Wale people over there.
Exactly.
And the military are there. And when you come to complain to the military, they are very much dismissive about it. So that's why I said we have to take a holistic look at this thing. And I'm on the Judas, I work for her amongst them. Then I'm on the I can't fathom why an Igbo man will kill an Igbo man, kidnap an Igbo man, kill them simply because they want you to be sitting at home, or that they're fighting for the release of Maz and Namde. That is un-Igbo. We cannot continue to go in that direction. If you go to Osu local government there, it has become fashionable to be eating human beings. These are some of the things that are happening. Mado gonna eat madi biya now. I'm gonna eat as barbecue. Simply because our mindset has so, you know, degenerated that our value sets have lost. And as well, you know, the government also must have to be proactive. The economic issues, you know, the lack of opportunities, hopelessness and despair that is happening in the country, you know, means that every government must have to be able to find ways to cushion all this hardship, create meaningful employment opportunities, or create, you know, meaningful platforms where people can be engaged. Ugua is becoming fashionable. Nobody has a kidnapping value anymore. And they kidnap from even in 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, happen, because it's no longer about the value of the kidnapping, but about putting food on the table. So when we get to, you know, but the most important thing is that I enjoy that the conversation has started. We have now realized that it is important that we have our people. Fundamentally, is the right, you know, is the duty of the government to ensure protection of life and properties. And every government now, especially in the Southeast, are waking up to that responsibility to ensure that the protection of lives and properties of our people are sacred.
Okay, Honorable, when you mentioned the issue of people being kidnapped for 5,000, 10,000, that's hunger, obviously.
It's hunger,
and I wonder how you are going to address this, I mean, your committee, because that means government has a lot to do in this regard. Because if you talk about hunger, that means some people are unemployed. Of course, once you are unemployed, of course, anything that comes your way, you can accept just to eat. So I wonder what your committee will be doing in this regard to make sure that that aspect is addressed.
Well, we are not going to be the implementation. We are just to bring the issues to fore, have discussions with the, you know, parliamentary agencies, with those in government, and as well as the citizen stakeholders who themselves have been adversely affected by these issues. We will come up with recommendations after the whole exercise. Then our job is to see whether there can be enabling legislation that will, you know, bring about certain changes, operational, either by way of military, and economically. How do we engage this current government at the national level and at the state levels to give them adequate provisions within the budget or within the supplementary budget to ensure that we have adequate palliatives that will begin to cushion some of the hardships that our people, and then to move our people from traditional ways of looking for gainful employment and move them to the digital economy. And these things are things that I believe that the government have, you know, the wherewithal to be able to do it. It takes political will, and I want all our governments, especially within the Southeast, to now engage our people, not just on security and insecurity, but on the ways that, like a senator said, to let our people breed, and to let our people survive, and to let our people have meaningful engagement in terms of employment opportunities and being responsible to their own families. Working in is the devil's advocate. So, but our recommendations be fully assured will be all encompassing. That will require some operational changes from the Nigerian military, and as well from the economic side, adjusting our legislations to accommodate more palliatives that will cushion the hardship that people are facing right now.
Okay, Honorable, let's come back home. I'm talking when I say come back home to your constituency now, Ikwanumwa Federal Constituency. I remember your predecessor actually championed some of the programs, which some are ongoing, while some they're not just on the table. Tell us, what are your plans and programs from your office designed to empower the people of Ikwanumwa Federal Constituency, especially where it affects this major road? That project is on, but it's moving at a very snail speed. So, what? And I also understand that there's a federal secretariat being pushed by your predecessor, Simon Igbo. What stage? So, how are you going to take up all these things, to impact the lives of your people?
Well, first of all, let me thank Right Honorable Sam Onibo, my predecessor, for his service and sacrifice to the people of Iguano Umaya. Sam did a fantastic work. All I'm doing is to build upon the good work that he's done so that tomorrow, my successor in office can continue in that tandem. So that's number one. Number two, like you talked about the Ikotekbane Road, by the time we will research, because I have filed a motion to have the House of Representatives to set up an ad hoc committee that will investigate the contracting of that road of Umahia Iguano Ikotekbene Road. For over the last 10 to 12 years, that road was awarded to Heartland Construction Company, and I verily believe that they have walked away from the contract.
Really?
That most of the times they come is just to do a little bit of palliative. That contract has been fully funded, unless told otherwise in a committee hearing. So rather than speculate myself, what I want to do is to put Heartland on record. Let us know, from the time that the contract has been awarded, is it something that they need variations and other stuff to ensure that that road is completed? These aspects of having half measures, where like right now I think they are within a space of Ndoru and Amawo, and the rest are fully abandoned. Let's know what is happening. Let's even know their challenges, where we can use our offices to ensure that they complete that road project. Then we will do that. But just to every single year you come and you do 1 kilometer and you walk away, I do not believe that is sustainable for us. That road will bully a lot of people. You can't even pass that road. I had gone for a burial there on Saturday. The other 2 weeks ago, I had gone for a Thanksgiving service of the House of Assembly member there. It was impossible. And you can see the hardship that our people are facing. So when we come back from recess, that will be one of the first motions already listed to be heard by the House of Representatives, and to ensure that we have an ad hoc committee set up to look into it and now give us their own recommendations as to the way forward. But Heartland should know and should be put on notice that we are not letting down and that we're going to invest it tremendously. Then secondly, right now, having started, I've been in office for like 2 months. I have moved 8 bills from first reading to second reading, and most of them are Iguano Maya related bills. I want to establish a federal medical center in Iguano, because the current FMC that we have now is going to be upgraded to teaching hospital. So
has it been approved?
Yeah, it's going to be approved. It's going to be approved. It's just formalities now for us to do that. So if we are upgrading this one, it is essential that we put a medical facility in Iguano, because my brother, you see, from Ariam all the way to Umariga, there is no functional hospital in Iguano to serve a population of almost 500,000 people. So we will look for a good location in Iguano to site that Federal Medical Center. So then, two, we've been able to make recommendations into this 2023 supplementary budget that are coming. Various erosion sites, both in Iguano, in Omaha South, and Omaha North. I can even name a few of them. Ishokata in Ohoho, Nkwegu market erosion issue, Iberenta erosions, Ariam, Eziama Obakla erosion sites, and few other erosion sites that we have already put in. We've put in 12 of those projects. In terms of road constructions, we are looking at various road constructions, especially within the Iguano and Omaha South. The old Omaha Ring Road, we are taking a new look at that old Omaha Ring Road to know what happened before, know where they have stopped, and where we can begin to engage in fresh roads. I have this community that is so dear to my heart, Eziama Obakla. When I used to campaign, because these people are cut off completely from any hopes of civilization. And all it takes is just to build a decent road that people can ply. So, Eziama, in the next few months, you will have smiles on your face because your road will be constructed. There's another road from in Ibeku, Ebaheke, Anabwe Azueke. They forgot that community, and I told that community that once I become a member of the Federal House, that we will engage in that road. So from that Azueke all the way going towards the road is about 3 kilometers access road. We're going to be able to engage in that. You know, we also have some projects that we want to do in Ohia, leading from Ohia, from the express road. The road has been done up to a certain point. We want to continue from that point where they stopped, all the way to Obodini Bay, who themselves are also suffering. So in this current supplementary budget, there are few projects that we're going to put in there, that at the end of this budget, 2024, we will now be more holistic. Then I've also engaged with the Taiwanese government. The ambassador of Taiwan came to see me in my office. We had long discussions about where they can be of help to us. Where they can be of help to us is more about the digital economy. So I'm talking to them, engaging them to come to Omaha to build training facilities that will be, that training facilities will have a liaison between the training facility and some of their training facilities in Taiwan to be able to train our teaming youth, especially in web design, in app development, and as well as coding. We need to begin to engage our people into the jobs of today, not the jobs of yesterday, and also their effort to say they want to partner with not just Iguanomaya, but Abia State in agricultural mechanization, storage, and food processing. So there's a whole lot that are being put on the table now that will, in the fruition of time, Iguanomaya will now know that they have a strong advocate there that is speaking for them, and I'm going to make them proud.
Okay, Honorable, I don't know if you're also considering the issue of Abia State having a federal secretariat. I understand that your predecessor actually did some
my predecessor and I worked on that tremendously when I was President General of the project was cited along the the Omaha Enugu Expressway, but at the Ohoho portion of Koba. Compensation was approved to be paid to the host community, which was Ekoba. The traditional ruler of Ekoba will also tell you that efforts were made to engage with the government, the previous government, to ensure that that compensation was paid. But an internal politics developed where some people felt that Kamage Buru project and we said no, that it would not happen. Onibo also said no. So that is where we are. When the House resumes, I intend to take it up, engage Onibo as a partner, just like he engaged me as a PG of Ohon. But at the end of the day, I can assure the people that that Federal Secretariat will come to pass, and that Federal Secretariat will be sited and situated at the Ohon portion, where it was originally approved to be cited. The same thing with the Open University.
Okay.
Internal politics. Somebody bupia somewhere else, and you buachetea. Now, Open University is coming to Ohon Community Secondary School to expand its scopes, to expand the operations, and very soon, like I said, the school will be fully engaged to students who themselves will be coming around that access to go to school.
All right, if you're just joining us, this is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. My guest is Honorable Aguocha, the House Committee Chairman, Monitoring and Evaluation of all Standing and Ad Hoc Committees, 10th National Assembly, and the member representing Ikwanomwahe Federal Constituency. Let's take a breather now. When we come back, there are other issues we need the Honorable here to talk about where it affects Abia State precisely. Stay with us. All right, so welcome back to the program. It's still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. My guest is the House Committee Chairman, Monitoring and Evaluation of all Standing and Ad Hoc Committees, 10th National Assembly, and the member representing Ikwanomwahe Federal Constituency, Honorable Saobi Aguocha.
I like the way you mentioned my committee. That committee has weight.
Oh, really? What is it all about?
It's very weighty now. It's like your brother being a class monitor. I have oversight on all standing committees of the House of Representatives and ad hoc committees. Means that I'm a member of every committee. I'm a member of every ad hoc committee to ensure that we monitor and evaluate their performances, to ensure there are no redundancy, to ensure that the 10th House of Representatives has efficiency to the benefit of Nigerians. And, for me, I consider it an honor to be called upon by my colleagues to be the chairman of this committee. Being a first-timer, I've only been in the job for less than about 2 months, but it's a responsibility that I do not take lightly. It's a responsibility that I'm not going to shy away, but I'm going to use it to effectively engage my other committee chairmen, the MDAs, and to ensure that rather than they being entitled to maybe 5 or 7 committees, I'm now entitled to 130 committees. So there are more unlimited opportunities where we can extract for the benefit of the Ikwanomwahe. So I'm happy that I've been given that responsibility, and I'm also going to use it to help Dr. Alex Otti in furthering his developmental aspirations for Abia State.
Okay, now that you've actually mentioned the governor, I would also...
He's a performing governor.
Yes, let's have
so
your assessment.
we wait. He's a performing, dynamic governor.
I understand the fact that all of you are members of the Labour Party. So when you said he's a performing governor...
No, it's not about... It's not about
okay,
Labour. I'm not being biased. I'm not being biased about just being Labour Party now. Labour Party was the vehicle that brought us to power. Now we own responsibility and the obligations that power so brings. We are not going back, looking back at Ibazo or T.O.G. or Okada. Yes, they were also responsible in some part to the rot that Alex Otti has come now to clean up. So my assessment is this. Dr. Alex Otti has done phenomenally well considering what he met on ground. And he has remained focused to ensure that we change the narrative of Abia State. There was something okuru before. You whip your own Mekba. So we understand all that in Mekba. We understand the role of the opposition and everybody else who are clamoring for this. It only comes because the expectations of this government is too high. But you cannot expect within 2 months or 3 months, 90 days, that 24 years of rot, 24 years of hopelessness and not enough opportunity will be wiped off. It's not possible. But is he remaining focused in the direction that he wants to go? Yes. But the act of politics, to which governance. Yeah, so I will also advise the government in Abia State to pick their battles well. We cannot be engaged in all fronts, fighting all fronts. When you make a protect or something, then you leave your flanks wide open for other people to undermine you. But I believe in this governor. I believe in his conscience. I believe in his heart that he believes that our state is in a state of rot and must have to be changed. Indeed, in serious internal sabotage that are going on. The man has paid salaries, but there are some local governments who are not cooperating with him. Ikuano is not cooperating with him. And that man, because all part of my federal constituency. Why is he delaying in submitting payroll report? Why is he padding payroll report? Ensuring that there are sabotage in Dr. Alexis Otti's effort to be able to pay salaries.
Is that why they are not being paid?
Yes, sir, absolutely. The same thing with they are padding payrolls. Umahia South, Osisioma, Abanot, and Umunochi. These five local governments are the problem areas. And I've told the governor that where the account heads or the HOS are not cooperating to ensure that the governor's mission, his directive are upheld, then they must be removed. We are desperate to change the narrative of Abia State. And like I said, Umar Hesat and Ikuano, my own federal constituency, they must be put on notice. If the governor is going to be lenient with them, I'm not going to be lenient with them, because this is also part of my government. And I'm supporting this government. So they should understand that the way to come and blackmail the governor, you are padding payroll, you are delaying, your upload of the payroll to the accountant general. You know that, so governor, that era has come and gone, and anybody who does not feel that they can fit in with this way of government now should do the honorable thing and resign from the public service. But once you're in the public service, you too have taken an oath to uphold the dignity of the Abia State, to ensure governor and then they are trying to Ikuano just parted over 150 new people that are not even in the civil service. And I'm calling them out. So these people must have to understand that the old ways are gone, that we're in the new way of Dr. Alex Otti. Yachicha 4 years here, Otigachi 8 years. Yachicha 8 years here. Let them continue from where they are going. But let them not disrupt what this man is trying to do to change the narrative of Abia State and to change it for good.
Okay, Honorable, the narrative being pushed by some opponents or opposition members that he's trying to control the funds of the local government. One, because he doesn't want to appoint probably TC chairman or even conduct local government elections.
That is not true. Yeah. What you have to ask yourself, okay, why didn't the last administration conduct the local government election? Because there were no funds.
No, but they did 2 times.
No, I said last time they were supposed to conduct an election now before
there was a court injunction.
Yeah, there was a court. Who put up the court injunction? Was it Otti that put up the court injunction? No, it's not. But one thing I can assure you is that Otti is going to appoint transitional committee chairman within the next few weeks. That will be on board. And then, by the time Ohochala, the financial position of the state, then he should go and conduct local government election, whereby we'll have substantive chairman. So he's not trying to muscle himself into local government funds. Is he going to use it for what? Is it for his private purpose? No, it's for the development of the state.
Yeah, because probably if you have the local government chairman in place, all this padding you're talking about may not even arise.
No, even if you have local government TC chairman in place, if you have a local government chairman that does not know that understands what all these parties are going, then those parties must have to be, those parties will continue to happen. What I'm saying is that the public service, the civil servants within the local governments themselves have to be circumspect to fully understand that we are not in the old era of 24 years of hopelessness and not enough opportunity, where there were no transparency, there were no accountability. That has changed. But insofar as having leadership of the local government, I can assure you, within the next coming weeks, that the Abia State government will have 17 local governments in place, local government chairmen in place, and with a view to now having substantive elections to usher in democratically elected local government chairman.
Now, many people, some people actually believe that the governor has not done well, especially in the area like the one that just dropped yesterday, ban of Okada, within Umuahia capital city and Aba as well. They said there's hardship, and you are adding more hardship to the people. Is that the best way to go about it? No,
I agree. See, I'm a representative. My job is to speak both the good and the bad. I have come better in the last few days. I've been inundated by, especially yesterday, I've been inundated by so many calls, so many visitations. And I believe that, the order notice to ban Okadas from plying is ill-advised. My responsibility is to speak about it and to say to my governor, Biko, I understand the need because of some of the nuisance, some of the insecurity issues that may lead or inform the government to ban. But the severe economic hardship is so dire that the circumstances that we're trying to avoid will be magnified. So I'm appealing to the governor to reconsider and update the ban on Okada. I can agree like Umuahia now, Umuahia town. That's okay. Can you wear restriction on Umuahia town?
Okay.
But in DNAC from Umuahia town, Alajedewe Iguano, Alajedewe Amachara, Alajedewe Ohoho, and many other parts of what is called Umuahia Capital Development Authority will be severely affected in terms of if Ibuano's on the roads are empty because of adequate transportations to come. So I'm appealing to the governor, while I agree with and applaud you for everything you've done. Oishi Oruminegemte, Amakomsinegemte, Ka Evuaria this ban and ensure that it's updated and ensure that people see it not as a way that I make it by way of their economic and livelihood, but to ensure that in this hardship that people are cushioned effectively to be engaged, not to be disengaged from people finding their livelihood. So I believe within a day or two, my governor is a listening governor. He has not claimed no, but he is a listening governor that listens to people and a man that believes in superior argument. And I'm sure as I've lent my voice to this thing, that the governor will do the needful and reverse that ban within the shortest possible time.
What about the issue of expansion of Osa Mission Hill Road has been proposed by the Abia State government? Other people say that road doesn't really need expansion. You need a new road.
Who said so?
Some of the opposition.
Who said so? I mean, the oppositions are wrong. Why didn't they do it themselves? Why didn't they create that alternative road? The governor's master plan in terms of infrastructure development is going to be, it's multifaceted. That road will be key trunk, Nabata Umuahia. And he's going to expand it, I think, 3-4 lanes on each side. Road, a concrete block, I saw demarcation. No, we have to do things right. Yeah, in terms of eminent domain, the state has a right to develop. And as long as the governor is saying that he will make adequate compensations to the people whose properties are going to be affected, then so be it. The governor is going to do that. If my own property is affected, we have a property along that Ugunchara. If he's going to expand that road, my property will be affected. But for the interest of the generality of the state, for the interest of the government of the state, then I will also agree. Another compensation. After all, so let people just calm down a bit, and let's allow this governor to develop the state so that in the next 6 years, in the next 10 years, we will have an Abia state that we are proud of. If you come to Umuahia, there's nothing happening in Umuahia. Now, Umuahia is a glorified village. Yet we've had people who have governed the Abia state who are from Umuahia, but have so long neglected Umuahia. So if somebody who's not from Umuahia is coming to give Umuahia that crown glory that it deserves as a state capital, then we must have to allow him. And I also know that from here, there's going to be another road that goes from here that comes out to Ndabo Ibeku, that goes to Odumahia as well. It's going to be a more wider, not express, but it may be about 2 lane here, 2 lane here. The most important thing is to have multiple outlets in Umuahia to decongest Umuahia and to expand Umuahia and also to have value for land.
All right. Well, if you're just joining us, still the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion, the House Committee Chairman, monitoring and evaluation of the outstanding and ad hoc committees of the 10th House of Representatives and the member representing Ikwan Federal Constituency, Honorable Aguocha is my guest. We'll take a breather now. When we come back, we'll open the phone line so you can be part of this discussion. Stay with us. 080-8182-6949 or 08116052949. Those are the numbers to get through to us and have your own submission on the discussion this morning. You can also send your SMS on 090-65108-289. This is the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning, welcome.
Good morning, Mr. Ginika.
Good morning.
My honorable House of Rep member, Mr. Obi Aguocha, Omeka Nayawan. Yes, sir. I saw Chile. One of the people who say, no one be the no,
okay. Just go ahead and ask your question, please.
Yes. What I'm just trying to say is this. I am not trying to praise somebody who does not have anything to offer. I am praising a man who has something to offer. So what I'm saying generally is this. You have said something about Itukwato Umunochi, and it's a welcome development.
Thank you, sir.
Concerning generally about the development of Abia State, I know it's going to affect some people, but at the end, Abia is going to celebrate because Lesotho have a lot of things to offer Abians. So let us support this man and have faith in him.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ujoke, for calling us there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Ginika. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, welcome.
Honorable in the house, Mama.
Mama, one them.
Honorable, I have what? Of Menako. Honorable, this is money was you. Honorable, put a one over and she Opera Road, one of France, she didn't cut up at Opera Road of
Osia, my Umezike to a full mother. Osia, don't worry. I will at least the Chigabo. But we are moving well. And by the grace of God, most of the things I question will own up to the responsibility of it.
Okay. Hello, good morning.
You are highly listed.
Thank you so much. Good morning.
Excellent,
welcome.
my name. Honorable, you are highly blessed.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. You see, there's one answer I used to think. I said that when you are with sex, you cannot know the difference between sex and an original until now embrace original. I just have embraced original from governor to OEBC. Those people that have lost the lesson, you know what that is. It can't be a failure and they are advising a successful person. People that are against what Alesoti is doing, and you have spoken well. The one that Alesoti is not doing well, you have criticized, and you say you call him the other. That is how it's supposed to be. This past government, when we are advising them on what to do, they say that we are attacking them. You see, so what is happening is that, you know, a working government, there's no propaganda of blackmail. If they like, now to 8 years, their name will not, their life, they won't receive that academic life they have been receiving.
Okay.
So what I'm saying in the first is that things are happening. God is in control. God is keep on guiding us. There are failures, and I was to make sure that they will admit all those people that serve them past government. Let them not admit them to this government, because there's no difference between, there's no connection between darkness and light.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
People died on their, when they were in power. People died. They were high mortality rate.
All right. Thank you so much. I think you've made your point there. Let's allow other people to contribute on the show. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Welcome.
My name is Sobo. I'm calling from Iguana, Womuku Precise.
Okay.
Just want to congratulate the honorable member.
Thank you,
When I
sir.
listened to him during the campaign, he spoke very well on Iguana and Omaha in general, Omaha constituency. And he is continuously carrying it out. You know, he has followed that road, Iguana Omaha, reached to Ariam, and see how bad that place is. Because the former person that was there, we are talking of Nduru, this is the only place for that road. I want to commend the honorable. Please keep it up. Look at that security. Look, between the junction, army and police, and there's kidnapping there. If those soldier people they are not removed them there, nothing will happen there.
Okay.
Nothing will happen there. If you people are doing anything, let them get out from there. None of them should stay there, not until most. Let them be changing them, because if they stay there and know what the environment is there, they collaborate with these bad boys. You will be seeing them. They tell you it's not their own area. That's their imo. They are not in Asia. And you see them there with their guns. When our people they kill the people there. Please, that's the security that go into our apps. Look into it. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go over to our Facebook page. This one is coming from Eke Kelvin. He said, good morning to you all. You're watching from Wuse in Abuja. Wuse in Abuja. Okay, Fleur FM is the best. Thank you so much. Ambassador Solomon Bright said, greetings, honorable in the house. I think Abia will be a better place under Otti's administration. I also plead with our dear governor to please give more time on the Okada ban. I also urge Abians to have patience. They can't expect everything and everywhere in Abia to be like heaven in just 3 months. It's coming gradually. He's an intelligent man. Well, that's your opinion there. Kingsley Ogubike said, good morning. Okay, I think I've taken this before. Kingsley said, Honorable, I really thank you for that motion to establish a federal medical center in Iguana Umuahia. Health is wealth. He said TCK. Honorable, this question is for you and the other members from Abia State, the House of Reps members. What's the support like? The synergy between yourself and the deputy?
This is the best. I'm not trying to praise us, but this is the best National Assembly team that Abia has ever sent.
Are you also supporting the deputy speaker also the governor?
Of course. That's what I'm just trying to say to you. You see, we are not looking at party. We are looking at how we are going to have the opportunity to help Dr. Otti to develop the state. We're also looking at opportunities. We are not in competition with anybody. North, South, and East and West. So we've all come together, 8 of us in the Federal House and 3 in the Senate. Abia National Assembly Caucus. Recently we met with His Excellency Dr. Otti. We pledged loyalty. Dr. Otti is the only one that has 100% loyalty of all his National Assembly contingents, whether it be of APC, whether they be of PDP or Labour. We're all working together in collaboration. Onyagala 1 year. Right. And that Onyagala 1 year is extended to our brother, His Excellency Benjamin Okezekalo, who is the Deputy Speaker of the Federal House of Representatives. We're all working with him. And he has been very kind to us as a senior. Aya Tochara Denile Nona Abia Neku from the House of Reps. Iji Anyozo. Position I'm Watakura. Aka Ben there. Because someone Obi Aguocha now, everyone wait to not wait. So we're working together with him, with the governor. Most of these things are together supplementary budget. When we've met with the governor to say, okay, I think so that he can use some of those funds and go elsewhere. Okay. And the credit goes to all of us, not PDP, not APC, not Labour Party, okay. But Abians will be the winners.
Okay, let's take some SMS now. This one is coming from Ujemba in Umwa. He said the last administration banned the operation of motorcycle within Umwa city center and Aba. So why the outcry over Dr. Alex Otti re-emphasis on that same ban for security purposes? Abians, let's support this ban. It doesn't stop genuine bike riders from operating within the outskirts. Okay, thank you so much. Let's take this final one. This one said, Honorable, please, actions must be hastened up to bring the insecurity in Isukwatu Mononoche to a stop. Let peace be restored. Kano Zamba from Isukwatu. Well, Honorable, your final word to your people as we exit the studio.
My final word is, everybody, I understand the expectations of people towards the current government in Abia State. We have the most qualified person of all the persons in Abia State is the governor now. He has more experience in public administration. We just have to be a bit patient. But the most important thing is that he has remained focused and determined to continue to pilot the affairs of state forward. And as for me, the opportunity that you people gave me, North and Umaya South, is not lost on me. The responsibility is enormous. But I pledge to you that as long as God has been in me and will remain in me, that I will remain faithful and determined to continue to pursue opportunities where Ikwan Umaya will be proud to say that they now have a representative that is all-inclusive, has all been and is working hard to ensure that n'agbanyeghị ndị kpọmga court ka ihe dịra ha ọ Chineke na-enye ọkwa but onye Chineke gọziri ibi ya soro gọzie because onweghị onye ma eji but onye chekwana sị ọ ga-iji ego ga-azụrụ judgment to unturn the mandate, the God-given mandate of Chineke nyere ndị ikwu anụmanụ. The person has a whole lot to learn. So I'm here and I'm here to stay and I'm here to faithfully discharge my duties to the best of my talent in Jesus' name.
Amen. All right. The House Committee Chairman, monitoring and evaluation of all standing and ad hoc committee. The member representing Ikwanoma Federal Constituency, Honorable Aguocha. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you. Find time to come again.
No, anytime you call me, I'll be here.
All right.
I'll be here. This is our state. We're not going anywhere. We all have to come back.
Okay.
To ensure that we help our governor to move forward.
Thank you so much to all of you who called in and who sent in your SMS. May God bless you. We do appreciate you. Sincere thanks to my producer, Samson Eza. Wisdom thanks to all of you. My name is Ginika Olwa. I will see you again on Wednesday, God willing, on the platform, the pinnacle of all discussion. Let's make Abia great. Good morning.